Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we'll be learning how to sew a halter neck dress, okay, an adjustable halter neck dress, okay. So it's an A-line dress and you can make it long like mine, or you can even make it short. So if you want to learn how to sew this, just keep watching and please like and subscribe to my channel if you find this video helpful. Of course you would. So let's get started. So I've gone ahead to fold my fabric into four because we'll be cutting the front and the back piece together, and I took my full length measurement and I added 2 inches to width, okay, for my seam allowance. So the next thing I'm going to do is on this end I'm going to take my shoulder measurement, okay. So my shoulder measurement is 14 inches divided by 2 is 7, so I added 2 inches to it, okay, to mark 9. This is because I want some gathers on my neck area. We're going to insert a rope to it, so I want a little bit gather, so that's why I increased the measurement of my shoulder, okay. So I'm going to take my armhole measurement now. I marked 8 on this end, okay, and I'm just going to mark it like so. So you just mark your armhole measurement, then you connect that your shoulder measurement down to your armhole with a straight line like this, okay. So the next thing I'm going to do is to mark my bust measurement. So my bust circumference is 32 inches and I divided it by 4, okay. So a quarter of your bust circumference, you're going to mark it, and then I'm going to mark 1 inch ease allowance because I want it to be free on my bust area. It's not going to be a tight or fitted dress, of course. So you're going to add 1 inch ease allowance to it, okay, and then you're going to add 1.5 inches seam allowance, okay. So 1 inch is allowance and 1.5 inches seam allowance, okay. So I'm just going to mark it like so, okay. So I'm going to connect that line, okay, down to my hem, okay, like an A shape. Of course this is an A-shaped dress, okay. So you're going to connect that line to the hem, okay. So you're going to connect this line, but first we are going to mark our slant for our armhole, okay. So I just slanted from my shoulder to that place that I marked for my bust, just slant it like this, okay. So that's going to be my armhole, okay. So you don't want it curved because I don't think it's really necessary for it to be curved because it's a halter neck of dress. So you just mark a slant and then you're going to connect it from this area, my bust area, down to my hem, okay, in an A-shaped form, okay. So that's what I'm doing right now. So I've connected it down to my hem. Now the next thing I'm going to do is to cut it out, okay. Cut out my pattern. So I'm done cutting, okay. Then I'm going to just notch my bust area. That is the place I'm going to stop when I'm folding or I'm taping or binding my armhole, my bias, okay. So I'm going to fold this end like this. I'm going to fold it with 1.5 inches, okay. See what I'm doing? If I fold it, I'm going to just insert the rope to it, okay, and then it gathers a bit. So now this is the rope I'm going to be, the piece of fabric I'm going to be using for my rope, okay, for my neck area, okay. So now let's get to the sewing part. So here is the matching bias tape I'm going to be using to fold my armhole. So here is the place I notched, that is my bust line. So I'm going to just use my bias to bind the armhole. Okay, so the notch is just a guide so that I know where I'm going to stop while binding my armhole. So here is the neckline. Okay, so I'm just going to fold it like so, fold it twice, half inch first, then 1 inch. Okay, so I'm just going to do all of that. I'm going to just bind my armhole and then fold the neckline. So here is the rope I'm going to be using. So I've cut out a piece of long rope. I cut out a piece of long rope 30 inches by length and then 1 inch by width. Um yeah, 30 inches by length and 1 inch by width. So I'm just going to fold it over to the back and sew it with 1/4 of an inch, and then I'm going to turn it. I'm just going to do all that on camera so you see a step by step how to do it. Just keep on watching. So I've already binded my armhole. I turned it with my bias tip, and then I did my neck line like I said earlier. I folded it, and here is the opening where I'm going to insert the rope that I'm going to make now. I've already sewn the rope on the wrong sides by 1/4 of an inch. Okay, and then I'm going to turn it. So I use my hairpin to turn it. Okay, you can use a safety pin. I use a hairpin because I didn't find a safety pin available. So you can use a safety pin to turn yours inside out. Just pin it to one side and then just put it inside and pull it like I am doing. Okay, so I'm just going to turn the long strip of rope for, it's going to serve as my slit. Okay, just going to turn it inside out like I am doing. So guys, please take this time out to like this video, and please subscribe to my channel, and of course leave your comments or your questions in the comment section. Thank you. So here is the pin, is out on this end. So I'm just going to, turn it. So the pin actually went inside at this point when I was trying to bring out the other end, but see that there's really no perfection in this. Okay, just do your thing, take your time, and just get it done. Okay. So here I was done turning it inside out. Okay, so I'm just going to iron this, and by the way, the pin was still inside because I stitched this end. I didn't have to. Okay, I think it was just a mistake, so you don't have to stitch that end. So at this point I was just trying to bring out the pin through the way I passed it through. Okay, so here is the pin is out. So what I'm going to do is to just fold in this end. So if I hadn't folded the other end, I would do the same thing. We just fold in the rough edges, fold the rough edges in like this, and then I'm just going to top stitch on it. Then I'll iron this just to make it lay flat. Okay, so just going to iron it, and then we'll see what next to do. So I've ironed it, and I've already joined my size. Remember we added 1.5 inch seam allowance. I've joined my size by 1.5 inch seam allowance, and then I'm going to use my safety pin to pass this rope through my neckline. So I'm just going to use my safety pin like I'm doing, pin it to your safety pin, and then pass it through the neckline like this. pass it through the opening, okay, like I am doing. Okay, I've passed it through on one side, that is the front or the back, whichever, because the front and the back is basically the same. So I'm just going to pass it over to the other side, that's the other piece, okay. So I've passed it through on the other side, okay, and here is what it looks like. Okay, what I love about this is because of the extra inches we added on my shoulder, okay, this is just going to have a little bit of gathers on my neck area, and it's just really adjustable. You can adjust it how you want it because I'm going to be tying it on one side, okay. That is just the fun of this. You can adjust it however you want it. Okay, so I am done with this, and I'm just going to fold my hem because I haven't done that yet. I'm going to fold my hem and then we'll be done with this. So I'm done, guys. Thank you for watching, and please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Bye.